Welcome to Missouri Sports Talk. I'm your host, Cameron Staley, and today I'm here with
Zach Brown.
Zach, Capital City grad. You're making your debut,
Sure am.
and you're a pretty big baseball fan, so I figured that this was probably a pretty good video to have you on first.
Yes, I am. I agree.
So let's get into it. Of course, we're doing Missouri State playoff predictions. So I will have to say we're a little late. I planned on doing it this morning, and then I had someone drop on me. You know who you are. I'm a little salty. It's all love, though. It's fine. We do already have a game that was played in Class 2. Chaffee ended up beating Portageville 2-1. I did have Chaffee winning, though, so that doesn't throw a wrench in my plans.
Go Chaffee.
Go Chaffee. All right, so let's get straight to Class 1. Our first one that we're going to talk about, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Oran?
I think it's Oran, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, Oran has scored 9.4 runs per game, and they're 17-5. So I'm going to take them over the 13-12 Norwood squad.
Yeah, I'll take them as well. You know, giving up less runs per game. Oran 3.1 runs allowed per game, and Norwood 5.1 runs allowed per game. So I will take Oran as well.
We also need to point out that they're ranked 4th in the coaches poll.
Yes,
So
4th, and Norwood not ranked. So
that's very important. So next, Green City, 18-7, and South Nodaway, 14-6. Who do you have here?
I'll take Green City.
I have Green City here as well. I mean, they're almost scoring 9 a game and only allowing almost 5. And they're also in the coaches poll. They're at 9.
9th, and South Nodaway. Nodaway?
I don't know.
Nodaway? I don't know. Not ranked, so.
I would say let
I'll
us
take Green
know,
City.
but I don't know. I don't know how many people are actually going to know the pronunciation there. If you do, please let us know. Lockwood against Wheatland is our next game. Who do you have?
I'll take Wheatland 25-9 over Lockwood 15-6. Wheatland just a tick under in runs per game scored at 7.3 to Lockwood 7.5, but also allowing less. So
Something to note, Lockwood, I believe, is ranked 5th in the poll, but Wheatland is at home here, and they're 10th, so I kind of like the home field here later in the playoffs.
I agree.
So next, our last one in the quarterfinals for Class 1, it's Sacred Heart in Kingsville. Kingsville is on a Cinderella run. They're 9-11. I don't want to say that they shouldn't be here because, you know, that's not a very nice thing to say.
Playoffs and anything can happen.
I agree.
Really.
So here Kingsville is at 9-11. You know, they are scoring an average of 6.2 a game, and they're allowing 8.1. So they kind of have a negative. So, you know, obviously what I'm saying here, Sacred Heart, they beat the number 1 team ranked in Class 1, St. Elizabeth.
Yep.
So I'm going to take 23-4 Sacred Heart here.
I will also take 23-4 Sacred Heart over Kingsville 9-11, scoring 8.8 per game and allowing 4.3. Ranked 6th over Kingsville, who's 9-11. You know, allowing more than scoring. I will take Sacred Heart 23-4.
So if we look in the Final Four here, our first matchup would be Oran against Green City. Who would you have in this one?
I think I would take Oran in a close one over Green City.
I would have to take that as well. And how about Sacred Heart and Wheatland? I think we're kind of meshing here. We haven't had anything that has gone
differences
against
yet.
it. So I'm assuming you're going to take Sacred Heart here as well.
Actually, I'm going to take Wheatland.
Okay.
Wheatland with an upset over Sacred Heart.
All right. So your championship match would end up being Oran and Wheatland, correct?
Yes.
So who would you have there?
I'll take Oran over Wheatland.
Okay, so I also had Oran in the championship over Sacred Heart, and then in my third place game, I have Wheatland over Green City.
Okay. I will take Sacred Heart over Green City, third place game.
So we're pretty close. We just have Wheatland and Sacred Heart switched.
That's correct.
All right, let's go to Class 2 then. Obviously, we already talked about Chaffee. Moving on to the Final Four. Congratulations, guys.
Congrats, Chaffee.
They are now 25-4. So, you know, they're scoring 9 a game. Of course, they only scored 2 in this one. But Portageville, on paper, they look a little better, but they were on the road. So Portageville is ranked 3rd in Class 2. Chaffee was 5, and Chaffee advances.
Good job, Chaffee. Good job, guys.
So now let's take a look at Wablo and Maysville. Who do you have in this one?
I'm going to take Wablo in this game. Very, very close game. Probably a little bit of a high-scoring game. You know, the pitchers look pretty good, but both teams are scoring in the 8s and 9s in runs per game, so I'll take a shootout. Waplo.
I'm going to take Maysville, actually, and, I like the home field advantage here. I already said that. Deep in the playoffs, having home field is very, very important, so I am going to take Maysville in this one. Tipton and Schuyler County, I believe is how you pronounce
Schuyler
it.
County, yeah.
Schuyler County. Obviously, I have Tipton here. They're pretty close to us, so, I haven't been out to any Tipton games, but
I'll take Tipton as well. I think they're pretty good in Class 2. Scoring 7 a game, allowing 3. I'll take Tipton.
Next, Iberia and Galena, I believe.
Yes.
These smaller schools, I feel like they're kind of hard to pronounce.
Tougher names, not commonly known cities.
Yeah, and then you get to the bigger classes, and there's not any weird names in it really. But Iberia is undefeated, and I think that's just all you need to say here. They're 25-0, and compared to Galena, they're 19-8. So it's not a terrible drop off. But Iberia is ranked number 1. Galena is not ranked at all. So
Yeah, Iberia 25-0 have beat some Class 3 and 4 teams this year. I'll take Iberia probably by 4 or 5 runs against Galena. Galena, good run, but Iberia's too good.
I'd have to agree with that. I mean, Iberia has been beating higher classes convincingly as well.
Yes.
I did see, I think they beat a team like 15-0 earlier in the season. I don't know if it was the higher class, but, I don't think that really matters.
They probably played like a Class 1 or 2 team and beat them 15-0. That probably happened multiple times. It's common.
So next, Chaffee and Maysville for me. I took Chaffee here. This would be Chaffee and Wablo for you. Who do you have?
I'll take Chaffee in this one. Chaffee upsetting Portageville in the quarterfinals. I'll take Chaffee. They're hot right now, and I'll take them.
And I'm taking Iberia over Tipton as well.
Yeah, Tipton, your run's over against Iberia. Sorry. Iberia would have proven 27-0 after that. So, yeah.
My third place game, I have Tipton over Maysville. Would this be Tipton over Wablo for you?
Yes, it would be Tipton over Wablo.
So we both
Wablo, 4th place.
We both agree in the championship, Iberia against Chaffee. Of course, I'm taking Iberia.
I'm taking Iberia as well. 28-0 season. Very, very good job, guys. 28-0, if that happens.
Now on the Class 3, this is a team that I have not heard of, West County.
I've not heard of them either. I'm not really sure where they're at, but they're looking pretty good. 21-6, ranked. What was that say?
They're receiving votes.
Receiving votes. Okay, so receiving votes. East Prairie against East Prairie, who's not ranked. 20-9. I'll take West County.
I will as well. Now this next one, I feel like they could beat just about anybody in baseball. This is an absolute buzzsaw team. 30-1 Lone Jack. They are scoring 10.5 runs a game and only allowing 1.6. Is there anything else that you need to say?
No. Lone Jack has been dominant all season. I've seen them beat some Class 5 teams. I mean, that's all you need. They're Class 3. I'd take Lone Jack.
We will be courteous and say their opponent, though, Mid-Buchanan Dragons. Best of luck, guys. It's in Fawcett, Missouri, which is that's Mid-Buchanan's home. So Lone Jack is going on the road, but I don't think that's going to be a problem at all.
I don't see it being a problem for them at all.
Next is North Callaway and Duchesne. This one, I believe, will be at Duchesne, but I'm going to take the Thunderbirds here.
I'll take the Thunderbirds as well. They've looked good throughout the postseason, beating some tough teams and winning yesterday against Clark County. Good job, guys.
Yep.
I'll take North Callaway to close one.
So, funny thing, they're both scoring 7.6 runs per game on average, but it's actually flipped. Duchesne's allowing 4.3, North Callaway's allowing 3.4. So I think that's kind of funny how the stats are so similar there. Our last one in the quarterfinals is Licking and Forsyth. Licking is 24-3. Forsyth is 23-4. I am going to take Licking.
I'll take the defending state champion Licking as well. Forsyth, however, has had a great season.
They have. Licking is ranked 4th. Forsyth is ranked 5th. So, this is almost a game that you could have seen in the Final Four. Yes. Because if we look at it, East Prairie not ranked, West County receiving votes, Lone Jack ranked 2nd, Valley Catholic did go out, they were ranked 1st, Mid-Buchanan not ranked, Duchesne not ranked, North Callaway not ranked, Licking 4th, and Forsyth is 5th. So, there's a lot of unranked teams left in this.
Yes, Class 3 has been interesting
we agreed on all those, didn't we?
Yes.
So looking at the Final Four, I think it's kind of obvious Lone Jack over West County and Licking over North Callaway.
Yeah, I think both of those are pretty obvious. Two ranked teams against two unranked teams or receiving a vote team, whatever. I think both Licking and Lone Jack advanced the championship.
So our championship game is Lone Jack and Licking. We may disagree here. We may not. Who are you taking?
I'll take Licking to go back-to-back.
All right, we will disagree. I really like Lone Jack here, so I'm going to take the Mules. And our third place to wrap up this is West County and North Callaway. I'll take North Callaway.
I'll take West County, actually.
Okay, so we disagree.
North Callaway, fourth place.
All right, Class 4 now. MICDS against Central Park Hills. I don't really have any salt for Central Park Hills, although they did knock off our football team in the Final
Blair
Four.
Oaks football team.
So, that kind of sucks, but I have no bad blood for them. They're kind of cool. I talked to a few of them after the game. But I am going to take MICDS here, though. I kind of like how they're looking this year.
I'll take MICDS as well. A close game, though.
They're only allowing 2.3 runs per game, so I think that kind of plays into it. Pretty good pitching, pretty good defense. So I really like that.
I agree.
Next is Benton and St. Michael the Archangel. St. Michael is 16-12. That's not the most beautiful record, and they're also unranked, so it's not like they're playing really, really hard teams. Now, Benton, on the other hand, they're 30-3, and they're ranked third in the class.
Yeah, Benton 30-3, pretty impressive. 9.5 runs a game, only allowing 2, ranked third. That tells me enough. I'll take Benton.
I will as well. And now, Father Tolton against Lutheran St. Charles. This is another one of the Cinderella runs. Lutheran St. Charles is 8-14. Now, I should actually say I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Father Tolton and Moberly got delayed last night because of rain, so they're playing tonight. I'm going to take Father Tolton over Moberly and then Father Tolton over Lutheran St. Charles.
I'll take Father Tolton over Moberly and them over Lutheran St. Charles as well. Father Tolton beating Southern Boone in districts was a really good win for them. I'll take Father Tolton.
Very close game. Very close game as well. I think that went 10 or 11 innings. So
yes.
Tolton's ranked 4th. I really like them this year. Next, Blair Oaks.
Blair Oaks Falcons.
They're hosting Nevada. Now, a lot of people will disagree here. I am going to take the Falcons. I mean, they traveled 2.5 hours to the number 1 team in Class 4.
Yes, they did.
And they blanked them 7-0. So, I almost took Nevada. I almost highlighted them green on my paper. But, number 1, I already doubted my own school and my own friends against the number 1 team, so I feel like I can't do it again, So I am going to take Blair Oaks here. They are hosting, so you tell me why they can't travel 2.5 to the number 1 team and then host 2 days later and win again.
That's a very good point. I'm going to take Nevada, though, unfortunately for you, Cameron. Blair Oaks used their number 1 guy yesterday against Logan Rogersville. Yes, they had some good offense. I'm not sure what Nevada's arms are looking like, but Blair Oaks' offense has been kind of, a little inconsistent throughout the year. So I'm going to take Nevada to beat Blair Oaks tomorrow.
I guess I'll live with that. So next, if we go to the Final Four here, Benton against MICDS. We had both of those together. I'm going to take Benton.
I will take Benton as well over MICDS.
Okay, so Father Tolton against Blair Oaks for me, Father Tolton against Nevada for you. I'm taking Father Tolton.
I'm taking Father Tolton as well. They've been dominant all season.
They have. So my third place game, I have Blair Oaks beating MICDS. What do you have in your third place?
I would have...
It'd be MICDS and Nevada, right?
Yes, it would be Nevada over MICD, or against, I would have Nevada over MICDS, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nevada over MICDS.
So the championship game, we both have Benton and Father Tolton.
Yeah.
I took Father Tolton. Did you take them as well?
I'll take Benton. They would be 32-3 entering the game. I'll take Benton.
All right, so, I like Father Tolton. That one may bite me in the butt.
Yeah, that's a good one. Father Tolton and Benton are going to be a really good game.
We're wrapping it up a little bit here. We're into Class 5 now. Festus against Webster Grove. I'm not going to say I don't know how Webster Groves is here because, it's the playoffs, but they're 19-13. They're not ranked. They're scoring 5.6 a game and allowing 4.4 compared to Festus scoring 5.2 and only allowing 2.6, and they're ranked 5th.
Yeah, Webster Grove's actually the number 1 seed in their district, going 19-13 this season, including districts. But I'm going to take Festus in this game. Festus won state last year, and I will take them to move on to the Final Four.
All right. Kearney and Webb City is our next one. I'm going to take Kearney here. This is another kind of buzzsaw kind of team, so, I really like them this year.
Yeah, I'll take Kearney as well. Webb City is a solid team, but they've had some kind of bad losses, and Kearney is a very solid team, so I'll take Kearney.
Next is Fort Zumwalt South and Rockwood Summit. I am very, very high in Fort Zumwalt South this year. I think that they could beat Rockwood Summit by 4 or 5 in this one.
Yeah, Fort Zumwalt South been dominant in the St. Louis League this season, and I'll take them to beat Rockwood Summit.
They're ranked 3rd, and they're scoring 8.6 and allowing 2.2. So, good numbers.
Pretty favorable numbers.
Next is Willard and Borgia. Willard is ranked 1st in Class 5. Borgia came out of your district.
Yeah, they did. They beat us 1-0 in the first round. Jack Noby, hats off to you, great pitching. And then they beat Helias and Union to move on.
So I am going to take Willard here, though. I feel like that's a really good team. They're currently sitting at 31-5, and like I said, they're ranked 1st.
Yeah, Willard, I'm going to take them in this game. Very, very close game because Jack Noby's on the mound. He's an X factor for Borgia. But I'll take Willard in a 1-2-0 game. Borgia offense is a little stagnant.
So Kearney and Festus, what do you have here?
I'll take Kearney.
I'll take Kearney
to beat the defending state champions.
I took that as well. I think Kearney's really solid. I don't know if you mentioned it, but they're scoring a little over 8 a game, and they're allowing just over 3 a game. So
that's pretty impressive.
I think, pretty good numbers there. So this one, I think this may be where we disagree. I took Fort Zumwalt South over Willard.
Actually, I'm going to take Fort Zumwalt South as well.
I love that. All right, so our 3rd place game then, we're agreeing on everything here. I'm going to take Willard over Festus. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
All right, and how about Fort Zumwalt South and Kearney? What do you have?
I'm going to take Kearney to upset Fort Zumwalt South in the championship.
And there's where we disagree, the very first one. I am going to take Fort Zumwalt South. Of course, I said I'm very high on them, and I'm going to stick with that. I think that's a pretty good team this year.
It is a very good team. It's going to be a very good game. Very, very low scoring and close.
Class 5 is really a toss-up. Like, I could really see a place where all of them could win besides Rockwood Summit. And I don't mean to shit on Rockwood Summit. I don't have any hate. Hopefully I don't, make the whole school hate me. But, I think Rockwood Summit, basically, they see Fort Zumwalt South, very tough. Obviously, I took them for state. Next, they would see either Borgia or Willard. That's another tough game.
Very tough.
And then Kearney or Festus would be waiting on the other side for them in the state championship if they made it that far.
Rockwood Summit having a really, really tough road to the state championship.
Yeah. Even road to Ozark is tough with Fort Zumwalt South.
Always.
So Class 6, as we wrap it up, I think this is a pretty good video, Zach. We got a pretty good amount of time on this one. Seckman is 20-11-1. I believe the tie is from a tournament. I think that's really the only place that there's baseball ties.
Most likely, yeah.
And they're playing Lafayette Wildwood. I don't know why I kind of messed up on that. 23-12. They're scoring 5 a game compared to Seckman 7.3. But I don't know. I took Lafayette at home here.
I'll take Seckman on the road.
All right. Liberty North against Lee's Summit. I don't know. I feel like you have to either be a fan of Lee's Summit or really hate Liberty North to not take the Eagles here.
Yeah, we played Lee's Summit this season. We beat them 5-3 in the JC tournament. They were a very good team, but Liberty North, I think, has won state the past 2 years, I think. So, yeah, Liberty North, give me a break. Liberty North all the way.
They're almost scoring 7 a game, and they're allowing a little bit under 3 a game. So, and they're ranked 3rd in Class 6 this year.
Yes.
Next is Francis Howell and CBC. This is kind of another team that, don't really know how they made it. CBC is getting hot at the right time. They're 23-16. They're not ranked.
Yeah, Francis Howell is a solid team. They've been solid all year. 6.1 runs a game. and allowing 2.4, ranked first in Class 6. I'll take Francis Howell to knock off CBC, even though CBC is one of the hottest teams in the state right now. Francis Howell.
Something I want to add, though, CBC is scoring an average of 6.9 per game.
Yeah, also allowing almost 6, though. So
That's true. Yeah. So not the perfect ratio. So our last quarterfinal game of the whole entire video is Glendale against Blue Springs. Both of these teams are ranked. I really like that. I think this is another one where you kind of wish that they're on other sides of the brackets because you do have 4 teams that are unranked in this, but this is the only ranked matchup. You know, kind of wish that every single ranked team could, have their own unranked team. So then, Final Four is a little better, but, it's just the luck of the draw. But I am going to take 26-5 Glendale here, scoring 7.4 a game and allowing 3.5.
yeah, I'm going to take Glendale as well. Blue Springs District was a tough one with Rockbridge and Grain Valley and Blue Springs South. Blue Springs had a tough road to the district championship. Ended up beating, I think, Grain Valley, who upset Rockbridge, one of the top teams in the state.
Yep.
I'll take Glendale to beat Blue Springs, though. Glendale's been good all year.
So you have Seckman and Liberty North here. I have Lafayette and Liberty North. Of course, I think we're both taking Liberty North, though.
Yep, Liberty North.
So Francis Howell and Glendale is also what we both have in the last Final Four match. Of course, I'm taking Francis Howell here.
Yeah, I'm taking Francis Howell as well over Glendale.
So in my third place game, I have Glendale beating Lafayette. I'm assuming you have Glendale beating Seckman?
I have Glendale beating Seckman, yes.
Okay, so our very last game of this episode is Liberty North and Francis Howell. Who do you have in this?
Liberty North, three-peat, I believe. Liberty North Eagles, you all are a powerhouse of Missouri. Class 6 champions, 3 years in a row, I believe.
I took that as well.
At least the second year, but I think 3.
I took that as well. I think that's a really good team this year. I think that they can get it done. Francis Howell, they definitely haven't been bad this year. They're ranked 1, but
Very, very good team. Francis Howell Vikings, good team.
I think that Liberty North is gonna be able to beat them with experience in the deeper playoff run.
Yes, I
to
agree.
the state championship. So
Yep.
I don't know. I may go to Ozark for a few of these games. I think I'll go to Ozark if Blair Oaks makes it, but other than that, I probably won't.
If I have time, I might go down there for maybe Class 5 and 6. Especially Borgia makes it, because they're the team that knocked us out of the first round. So I'll probably go down there and watch them play potentially. But if not, good luck to all you teams out there. This is a fun time, the playoffs, and good luck.
So now you have a Capital City Cavaliers baseball banquet to go to.
Yes, I do.
So I'm going to let you loose here. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I sure do appreciate it.
This has been Missouri Sports Talk. See you next time.